I feel like we're gonna be in the same page.
What's up, winky face?
How are you?
You know what I'm saying? Read my book. Read, for everybody who's gonna call me an a-hole, then you didn't read my book.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Oh man. This is why I stay behind the camera. You know, I don't, like I said, I'm not that type of person to just try to expose myself to others because you want others to know who you are. Yes, I want people, like I said, I want people to know who I am because that's a form of communication. You got you gotta communicate, you gotta get to know the person in order for the person to understand who you are. That's basic common sense.
Mm.
Like that's basic common sense. But the thing is, I'm not gonna do it if there's a room full of people and people see me like, bro, I'm not here to show out. I'm not here to show off and show out. I'm here to be myself. There's no need for me to display a different type of character because you like it or because you think this is what you want. You know what I'm saying? Just because a person look this way doesn't mean she is this way or he is this way. You know? Like, hey, a female, right? A female can have all the nicest things. I'm like, where you got those nicest things, huh?
Exactly.
Did you earn it yourself? Or did you do the simple thing? You know what I'm saying? Did you have to go through OnlyFans to get where you need to be? Or are you a business marketer? Please tell me. You know what I'm saying? Same for the guy. Where did you get your stuff? You know what I'm saying? Please tell me, where did you get your stuff? Did you scam the shit? Or did you actually earn the shit, bro? Like, this is what I'm talking about. You will never know what a person is until you sit down and get to know them. This is why I do things like this. Because you do not have to look at the person's face. And that's what most people do. Once they look at the person's face, they say, shit, I ain't talking to this dude. I ain't talking to this female. You don't even know who she is. You don't even know who he is. Stop being true.
Facts. I feel that's a big fact. But I mean, that's what happens when you wear your heart on your sleeve, because you then sit down to get to know these people, and these people ain't interested in you to show you the real identity. They're only interested in you to get what they can, like Terry said, at the moment that they can. So when they realize that you shut off from giving them that, they then move on. Or when they realize who your identity really is, and they know that you start to see them for who they really are, then they move on. But they leaving a whole mass destruction behind them in doing so, because you're continuously meeting people, giving them fake ideals of your identity, and then moving on after you know that they found out who you are, rather than fix your identity with yourself. And that's one problem that I feel, it's crazy. People don't want to fix the identity that they have. They rather adapt someone else's or make one up from them somewhere and expect everyone to be happy with that.
That is right. Like I said, me personally, I'm a gem. I'm a hidden gem. The reason why I say I'm a hidden gem is because I haven't fully let myself out there. And I can't speak for y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all have different mindsets that I have. There are simpler things that we do that are similar, you know what I'm saying? There's simple things that we like to do that are similar, but we're all different in our own way. And I feel like I said, me, I consider myself as a diamond. It's either, if I get to know a person, either you're going to shine with me or I'm going to blind you. That's just how it is. If you can't understand me, you're going to be blinded. If you can understand me and I can understand you, we're going to shine together. That's how it's going to be.
As you saw the other day, I got called, what was it? Presumptuous, know-it-all, or something like that.
It was a pre. It was premeditated, presumptuous.
Know-it-all, right? And that's just based off me wanting to give facts, and that's how people feel when you give them facts that they know relates to who they are. It feels like they're taking, you're taking shots at them, and people have to defend themselves. But
Right.
like, if I'm giving you a fact, like, and you trying to come up with excuses, and when you realize that you cornered and you have no excuses, now all of a sudden
Right.
I'm a presumptuous know-it-all. No, you just wrong. Like, just say, okay, I'm wrong, I'm sorry, or okay, I get it, But people don't want to do that. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's when breaking
Right.
down the other person comes to it, because that same person that would say you are a know-it-all is the same
Right.
person that goes around pretending to know it all. Is the same person that goes around wanting to help others, saying, "Oh, I'm helping others, I'm helping others." But if you don't know
Exactly.
shit, how can you help others?
Now, it's so funny because, like I said, people need to realize that nobody should have the same identity. If people have the same identity, we're gonna live in some certain type of phenomenon. Do you really want to live in a world where everybody is dressed in the color purple?
Right.
No. If I walk out one day dressed up with the color green or the color orange or the color blue, people's gonna look at me different, like, who is this? No, I'm being myself.
I don't know about you, but I want to live in a world where everyone has some fucking common sense. It ain't that hard.
Hey,
Facts.
yeah.
It has nothing to do with being a different person. You are going to be a different person. Everyone's going to be a different person. But the middle line, the line that we should draw in the sand, is have some fucking common sense. Have something to bring to the table. You can't just walk into a house and expect to sit down at the table and eat for free. We don't know you round here. You can't eat for free.
Nah.
What are you bringing to the table? Did you bring some juice? Did you bring some bread? Did you bring some flour? What did you bring to the table? You just gonna bring yourself to the table like, hey, I'm hungry. Not even drive through. You get what I'm saying? So
Right. There's one thing to show emotion, and there's another thing to display the facts.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm that type of person. I say, hey, you can feel this way, but is it the truth? Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? There's always three sides to it. You got the person's side, you got your side, and then you got the truth.
But as you know, X, like we had this conversation the other day, a truth to some people is what they're feeling. They don't actually want to come out of what they're feeling. They don't want to step out of that box. They just think, oh, what I'm feeling makes me feel this way is the truth. They don't want to see anything else. That's ignorance.
Yep.
And that's the thing. They're so passionate, you know?
Push your stigma. And I always say, you're free to do whatever you want, as bad as people make it sound, as long as you have accountability. Now, I say and do whatever I damn want. I have accountability to say that I do what I do. I don't tell nobody to like it. I don't force nobody to like it, but I'm gonna continue doing it. And I would tell you got two options about it. You can stay and take it, or go and leave, because your death can't fight me.
Right.
What people have a problem with is accountability. They want to do what they want in the nighttime, in the dark, and they're riding on their high horse in the daytime. No, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, exactly.
When I wanted to be a little tot, I shouted to the wind. I'm a tot. Let it be known. I'm out here for the streets. Let everybody know it is what it is. Feel how you feel.
Right.
I took that. When I was ready for a relationship, I said the same thing. I'm ready for a relationship, Jesus. Send me the woman of my dreams. All that. Take accountability. And you could do what you want. Nobody can make you feel that type of way if you take accountability. Hey, I wanted to sleep with Paul, Jake, and Henry, so I slept with Paul, Jake, and Henry. Who will make you feel bad?
Paul, Jake, and
Who?
Yourself only.
Who?
Right.
What will make you feel bad is when you want to sleep with Paul, Jake, and Henry, and now you're in the night time. I don't want nobody to know I slept with Paul, Jake, and Henry. That came out. What I'm going to do to myself?
Right. So it's all about, like I said, it's all about just putting yourself out there. Who do you want to be? Do you want to be the fake version of yourself, or do you want to be who you truly are? Are you trying to display this character because you want people to acknowledge you? Or are you just doing this because clout is very important to you? the attention is very important to you. The validation is important to you. That's why I always tell people, if you do, like I said, if you don't want to know the full version of me, then don't know me at all.
Can I say?
Right.
While y'all was talking, I actually remember there was this dude that didn't even know who I was, and I'll never forget it. And the words just came out my mouth because he was, oh, I love you, I'm in love with you, and this and that. And I'm sitting here listening to what the hell he's saying, and I'm like, I think you're in love with the thought of being in love with me. He
Mm.
had no He had no clue what I had just said. He said, huh? I said, you're in love with the thought of being in love with me.
Mm.
How could you just flat say that you're in love with me and you know nothing about me?
Mm.
Tell him. Oh.
And it comes to like, I think altogether in judging and making perceptions about people. And I did get where he was just fascinated with what he seen, but he didn't know who I was. You can't say you're in love with me and you don't have no clue. You ain't seen my psycho side. You ain't seen, when I become Susie and this, you know what I'm saying? I become beloved and stuff. You don't know that for me.
Mm.
And I've had still learning myself. That's what a lot of people don't realize, that you still learning about yourself every day. I've had different feelings even in my growth. When I've had situations in my life happen, I've handled them differently every single time. It might be the same thing, but being through my learning experience, I take it a different way and I learn from it also. And it changes my character also, because if I don't like how this is feeling anymore, I'm not gonna, do it this way no more. And it does change my
Okay.
character a little bit, because sometimes we say, fuck that, I don't want to feel like this anymore.
Savage.
Mhm.
Can I ask you a question? Obviously, I'll give an example, yeah? So, for myself, knowing my identity, I know that I'm a person who wears his heart on his sleeve. So, when I met my girl, it wasn't long because I allowed myself, it wasn't long for me to fall in love with her. Now, because I know I'm someone that wears my heart on my sleeve, meeting other people, it, I would tend to have like a base. So once I get to know your name or whatever, that's it for me. I don't try to put in too much because I don't want to give you that love. So I met my girl. It weren't long before I fell in love. Now I hear people say all the time, "You don't know shit about me. You don't know enough about me. You don't know." Well, neither do you. And if I wait for you to find out, how long am I going to wait until we actually have this love?
Right.
Okay, I understand on going to love somebody and loving someone, and I'm going to tell you something that I've observed a lot. For some reason, on men, men it takes them a shorter time, because men have this radar. That's what I call it. They have a radar on what they like, love, and what they feel. Like they can identify more quicker than a woman, because they're emotional, but they also think. So I've actually seen that men can see somebody's character more quicker than a woman can. That I can agree on, because I've seen it for myself. And a guy can know everything about you just in a good day.
You want to know why is that?